In 3, 2, 1. I just made the...
You did.
For the fun hell of it. Hey, cheers, mates.
Cheers, everybody.
We got Johnny Ellis with us tonight on Mike on a Platter. And, it's funny. I saw this dude at a Fathom Mirrors meeting, and I'm like... And I saw his face, and later on Instagram, I saw these fucking killer surfing pictures and videos, and... This face again, I'm like, I saw that dude at the Fathom Mirrors meeting. So I was like, I want to get this guy in, man. Tell us about, surfing and life in Southern California, from a younger generation. How old are you, if you don't mind my asking?
I am 25.
Perfect. So you can represent. All right. So anyways, I saw him on Instagram, and I saw all this rad footage of all this shit he's doing, and I'm like, God damn, I gotta bring this dude in here. So here he is. So,
thank you guys. Appreciate it.
No, thanks for coming.
Totally, man.
Of course.
So where do you live? Where do you live now? You're in where? Huntington?
Yeah, I live in Huntington Harbor.
Okay.
Yep.
Were you born and raised in Huntington?
I was born and raised on the southern end of Huntington. Grew up surfing the pier and river jetties my whole life, but I moved out, got a spot over in the harbor, and have been hanging there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Newport Beach, born at Hogue. So not too far from you.
Same. Yeah.
Right on. You were born at Hogue as well?
Yeah, born at Hogue.
Dude, gnarly.
Yeah, February 22nd.
Nice.
I was born in Pedro.
Yeah, what's up, Pedro? Pedro in the house, though. That's all right.
Yeah. What kind of gang signs you know?
Yeah. I think he knows all of them.
Yeah. I see the blue T-shirt.
Oh, well, see? It's Weber Plywood.
Crip.
Yeah.
So it looks like obviously you're deeply ingrained in the surfing and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
You, Rob says you're a killer surfer, and I've seen some videos. I'm like, yeah, this guy's good. So
I wouldn't call myself killer, but I enjoy doing it. I've been doing it my whole life, and it's just part of me now.
Right on.
Yeah.
Are you charging big waves too, or just small to medium, or where do you put the limit at?
Well, the way I always used to surf, and like growing up, I'd always compete. So it was more of like I hate to say it, but like high performance level of surfing. But the competitions were never in big waves or anything like that. But every once in a while, we'll sneak down to like Toto Santos, or we'll get on a surf trip where it gets big and you can ride bigger boards. But for the most part, it's just anything that's 8 foot and below is usually our standard that we have around here. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
right.
You kind of have to travel to get the big waves. So.
Small wave paradise right here in California. That's right, Southern California. That's what it's all about. So, are you sponsored? Are you looking for sponsorships? What's your thing?
Yeah, so I ride for Rip Curl, and
nice.
I started riding for them back in 2007. So it's been 13 and some change years riding with them, and it's been cool. It's been awesome.
Wow.
We're like family now. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's
that's
been so long that I know the whole crew, and everyone's really nice. They treat me super well. So.
Are you wearing one of their shirts?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I am.
There you go.
Gotta represent.
I've had so many Rip Curl wetsuits over the year. I stopped counting. Love them.
Yeah. That's what they're known for. They make really good suits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who makes the best suits?
Rip Curl.
Rip Curl?
I have to say that.
Man. Okay. Come on, man.
No, I genuinely believe Rip Curl does make the best wetsuits. So
all right.
I'll
What
stick
about
with
you,
that.
Eric?
Nice. Rip Curl, man. Rip Curl.
I agree.
Okay, best
too.
surfboards. Who makes best surfboards?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think everyone seems to be going towards Sharp Eye right now, I think. I don't know where he's shaping out of, but, Al Merrick's always a staple.
That's my quiver.
Yeah.
The Merrick quiver.
I think Al has stepped down. I think his son is now running the company, and I haven't ridden American forever, so I couldn't really vouch for him. But another one's Mayhem, Lost. Matt Biolis down in San Clemente. I haven't ridden one of his boards in a while, but everyone seems to like him.
And by American, you mean American-made boards, or is that the name of the brand, American?
Oh, Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
I heard
another one of those, cultural labels.
Oh, okay.
Surf culture labels. So, cool. So we obviously would love to see some footage and all that, and I think we'll spray some of that in. You brought some, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got some footage and some photos and stuff like that. I got a hard drive of like a bunch of stuff too. You guys can cherry pick from if you want.
Sweet,
Nice.
We'd like to mix those in between.
Make me look good, please.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about, man? You're gonna make us look good, motherfucker.
No.
It's like worst surfer ever.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Body glove is his favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you have ambitions to go chase the big professional tours, or?
No, you know what? I finished up competing at the end of high school. I wrapped it up when I was like 18. I went towards like the college work route. I ended up going to OCC for a couple years, and then I went and got my bachelor's in business over at Vanguard University over in Costa Mesa. And then now I'm just working for the family business, learning sales, learning how to run a business and stuff like that. So I'm pretty happy where I'm at, and don't see myself chasing points anytime soon. Are
you living the free surf life then? Work and surf. Now you're a weekend warrior, right?
Yeah, mostly just work. Yeah,
right. Yeah, like the rest of us.
Yeah.
So I saw some rad videos there. You got some killer stories you want to share?
Killer stories. You know what? Some of the best stories I have are actually in spearfishing. Really? Okay. Yeah, some of the more exciting ones, you know, kind of like adrenaline pumping, stuff like that, you know. And one I got is I was out diving with a buddy Jack of mine. We took the boat out. At the time, it was actually his current wife, but they weren't married at the time. So he was like trying to get in with this girl, and they were like letting him use their boat and stuff like that. And we took it out, and we weren't like total pros at it or anything like that by any means. And I didn't know anything. He was still kind of learning, so. We took it out, we anchored up, and we were diving for sea bass on the backside of this spot where there's this good little congregation of kelp, and the wind flipped and went offshore, and it popped the anchor because we didn't put nearly enough scope out. And the boat ended up, by the time we looked up to see where it was, the thing was a mile off, and the little tachometer tracks it or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and we swam like hell after the thing. It took us like 45 minutes of just straight swimming, and it was shit. That was just one of the fun stories that I thought off the top of my head, though.
Well, you know, you've got that young energy. You can do that. No problem. Dude, you could probably fucking put that anchor in your mouth and swim it all the way back to the island, dude. No problem.
I like to think of it like that, yeah.
No, that's gnarly. I've had an anchor come up on me, too, out at the break wall and right there in Long Beach, and it was the same thing. The wind switched. It got stronger offshore all of a sudden. It was like that high pressure finally pushed out from, and it started blowing. Diving. Look, and it's like, whoa, the boat looks this big. What's going on here? It's going out there. Oh shit!
Yeah, exactly.
Kicking for the boat.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went. We both looked at each other, looked at the boat, looked at each other again, and went, "Oh no!"
Were you guys on an island?
No, this was on the mainland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least that way, if you know you're not totally screwed. I've had an anchor come off on the island as well. Actually, we were at Shiprock at Catalina, on Randy Wesson's boat, and Randy's boat came unanchored. He's like, I gotta get my boat. The worst part of that is because the wind could be going that way and the current could be going that way.
Yep.
So you're like fighting with everything you got just to stay in one place, and then you got the wind taking the boat that way. Dude, Randy kicked his ass off to catch that boat, and finally he got it. It was like 30 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
Same thing, and the boat was not as far as you said. It was like an eighth of that distance, but that current was just ripping. So
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Cat
all the kelp was like this. Like
over.
Horizontal, dude. Yeah. So you worked his ass off. No, that's the worst when the anchor comes undone. So put a lot of chain on your anchor.
Yes.
Solid advice.
Yeah.
Okay, so any big bomb stories? You got any Todos Santos stories? That's like an infamous spot right there, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been down there twice. The first time I went down there, it was like...
That's 2 times more than me.
Yeah. The first time I went, it kind of caught me by surprise. We were looking at the charts. It was like 9.8 feet, I think, at like 15 seconds. So it's pretty long period. And we knew it was going to be pretty big. We were thinking like 20 foot. And we got out there. It was like 30 foot faces with... The problem was it was kind of windy. It gets that devil wind easily, being exposed by that, you know, like that northwest or whatever it was. And I struggled that day with not getting caught inside. And I wore a couple on the head that day. And actually, that's funny you mentioned that. Is I do have a funny story of Todos Santos. All the guys were finished up on the boat waiting for me to get out because I was on like this little, I think it was a 710, and it was pretty big, and everyone's on like 9.2s and 9.6s.
Right,
they're catching, and some guys have their inflatable vests already pulled and stuff, and I'd paddled for the wrong wave, and I paddled for like this insider, and I turned around and there was like this triple stack of like 30 footers coming straight at me, and everyone's watching me on the boat laughing at me, and I'm just getting worked.
Here we go.
Yeah, totally caught inside. Just dragged all the way in, but
Ragdolling?
nothing too bad. Yeah, I mean,
Underwater, triple flips, underwater. And all
yeah, you know, it's weird. You kind of go into like a weird survival mode, so you don't really think it's so bad.
Now, did you do the breath training for that and all that stuff?
I wasn't even thinking that at all.
Dude, you're an animal. God damn.
So much was going on. I was like, oh, this is not happening. There's no way. And then, yeah, sure enough, I made it out.
How long can you hold your breath?
4 minutes. 4 minutes static.
You know what?
In the pool.
You know what? Fuck you.
What do you got, Eric?
On my best day, 2 minutes.
Yeah, in the pool?
Yeah, in a pool.
Yeah. I don't ever dive that deep in the ocean.
Out in the ocean, I'm like, it's a good day if I'm doing a minute and a half regularly.
Oh, really?
Minute and 45 is like, well, okay, I'm really, really pushing it.
Oh, really?
But like 2 minutes? No, you know what? But I never took those breath classes. And I also think that, some people have better physiologies for holding their breath.
That's funny because when I met you, I think you were able to hold your breath for like 4 minutes at that time.
Who, me?
Yeah, I remember
you got the wrong guy.
Yeah, because I asked you, and you said, "Oh,
no, those are other kids or something."
Oh, okay. I mean, you were 8 years younger.
Unless I was just talking a bunch of shit.
Maybe
a minute 30.
Dude, I can hold my breath for 5 minutes. Yeah,
probably.
Right. No, I
thought I was
that's
sizing
not
you
me.
up or something.
A minute 30 is good though. I only dive like a minute in the ocean.
Yeah,
I play it super safe.
That's typically what I do.
Yeah, I don't ever fight like contractions or anything. I'm always just.
Ugh.
I have it beep at me at 60 feet or 1 minute. My watch.
I'll leave that for the pros that want to go risk their life. Have
Exactly.
fun.
Yeah.
Not me.
Everything here, people. You don't need to dive deeper than 30 feet to shoot. So don't get too excited
Most
on
of the time,
giant dives. Yeah.
Yeah. No kidding. And it's so funny because we just had a Fathomeers camp out.
I saw
last
that.
weekend,
Yeah.
and Carlos Surrett was there, and Carlos is a lifetime member, and he's been in the club forever, and he's talking to some of the youngsters in the club. He's like, "You guys, you don't need to dive deeper than 30 feet in most situations."
Is that really what he said?
That's what you said.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
See?
It's like most of the fish you're going to be after are going to be like 30 feet or less.
And of course, you get those days, like, I don't know, you're competing and the yellows are at like 80 feet and you're good. So you're like sitting on the, you know what I mean? But not really worth it.
Yeah, especially when it's dirty. I'm not motivated.
Yeah, 2 minute dives in muck.
Yeah.
Not for
thank
me.
you. No, thank you.
I'm good.
So you grew up surfing which area? Like the pier, the Newport Jetties, you said?
Yeah, I get down to Newport. Mostly the Huntington Beach Pier is my local spot. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I grew up surfing Newport Beach.
Yeah.
So all those jetties. Drop and get barreled, drop and get barreled, drop and get barreled.
No, it's super fun. 54th, 56th,
Yep.
44th.
Right around there.
All those those knuckles. Super
Yeah.
fun. The Point. Newport Point.
I've hit point a few times, and I've never really got it on one of those really big hurricane swells.
Yeah.
Like when it was like, double overhead plus.
The Hurricane Marie swell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like hero day for that spot.
Did you charge it?
I paddled out, but I didn't get very many waves, to be honest.
No, it's so competitive out there.
Yeah, it's just
When
there's
it's
a lot
on,
of water moving.
and everyone knows it's on.
Exactly, yes. Super gnarly pecking order. Currents just raging. All the pros are out too, so it's just like...
It's like surfing lowers.
Yeah. Literally.
I paddled out at lowers about 4 weeks ago. Maybe it was a little longer. But anyways, it was the end of that really good south that was like double overhead. And same thing, everybody was out. Shane Beshian and his kid.
Yeah.
Kalani, everybody was out there. It was ridiculous trying to get waves.
Yeah, I don't think I've been to lowers in years, to be honest. For that reason exactly. It's just like the training ground, so everyone's down there and all their parents are down there with hopes for a WCT career and, the whole thing. So it's just, I'd rather just go somewhere local.
This dude paddles up to me, dude, hey, what time is it, man? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have a watch. And he looked at me like I was crazy. And he's looking at his thing. I just got a wave. What time is it, man?
For the Surfline camera?
Yeah,
He's going to go back
dude.
and, yeah.
All right. Go get your jollies on your wave.
Yeah, you'll get your Instagram likes. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry, pal.
Yeah.
Can we fix his light? It's like flickering.
Sure.
You see that?
Yeah.
I just turned it. Does that help?
I think so. But you see it too, right? It's not a big deal.
Are you saying I need to get a power conditioner in here?
No, I don't think so.
I can do that if you like. Will it make you feel better?
No, I just...
George?
No.
I want you to feel comfortable.
I'm comfortable.
If you don't feel comfortable, I'm not comfortable.
Johnny? I'm comfortable.
Okay.
So
you want to be Johnny or you want to be John? Who do you want to be? I'll
let you guys decide.
Johnny.
I don't... Okay, Johnny it is.
Johnny's cool because Johnny,
cool with it.
you know what? you can be Johnny into your older years. You can, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm
Johnny's
Johnny
the
to
fucking man, dude.
Yeah, I'm Johnny to my friends and family, and then I'm John at work. So it switches.
Yeah, I think you could do a sales name. Yeah, John.
Yeah.
Good salesman. It's like, John's serious.
Yeah.
He's going to take care of you. He's going to serve it up.
And then they see me, they're like, "You're here to fix my stuff?"
Yeah. Hey,
The long blonde hair.
Who's this Hesh with long hair? He's going to help me. But you know what? You're well spoken. I mean, you know,
thank you.
you speak well, and that's going to carry well.
I appreciate it.
For
Thank
sure.
you. Very much appreciated.
What do you think, Jorge?
No, yeah.
Should we keep him around?
Sure.
All right, sounds good.
Like
Past the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, permanently. Yeah, maybe
Yeah?
you should join our thing, dude.
Yeah.
I'm down.
What the hell?
Just strap a camera to his head.
Never-ending
you can
growing
surf.
group.
How about winter? Where you like to spend your winters surfing?
Let me think. Well, Hawaii's a given.
Yeah.
The North Shore of Oahu's like the mecca, you know what I mean? Kind of for us especially, because it's just a little jump over the puddle, you know?
What spots have you hit there?
Like on the North Shore?
Mm-hmm.
Well, anything from like probably like Turtle Bay down to Haleiwa, really.
Okay.
I mean, that little 7 Mile Miracle, and I actually don't know if that's the full 7 Mile Miracle, but yeah, that whole zone has so many different spots.
You ever hit pipe?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I've
I
surfed
still
pipe.
haven't paddled out there. I've been there in the summer.
I didn't do, you know what I mean? I'm not like killing it or anything, but yeah, you
Yeah.
mean, everybody, you get out there. You
What's
get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sunset, you hit Sunset?
Yeah, Sunset's super fun.
That seems like it's a little more relaxed. Less less fighting with people.
It gets super fun when it's not like giant. And then when it's giant, if you like surfing bigger boards and bigger waves with like the wind factor and all that, it's super fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then Haleiwa, did you figure it out after a couple days?
No, I've only surfed Haleiwa like twice.
Okay.
I just gave it a whirl. One day it was super small and the other one was kind of windy and chunky, but it was still an experience, you know?
What's your favorite spot there?
I actually like Off the Wall.
Okay.
That's my favorite
I've
spot.
heard a lot of people like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a glorified closeout, but it's
But you get the barrel.
uncrowded. Yeah, well, relatively speaking, uncrowded. Definitely less crowded than Pipe. And yeah, if you get the right wave, it's perfect.
Nice.
I love it.
And that's like just down from Backdoor, right?
Yeah, it would be just to the left of it if you're facing from the beach. If you're facing the wave, it's just like a little peak.
Just left of it.
Yep, just
Yeah.
left of it.
Yeah, Backdoor's like the heavy, almost pipe barrel, where it just goes and goes and goes and goes. It seems, and then it closes out.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
and it's like 2 feet deep on
Yeah.
the inside there.
Did you
Yeah.
did you ever hit Backdoor,
The bottom?
or did you charge Backdoor, or did you get any waves out there? Go for any barrels out there?
Well, so the way I usually do it is I usually go over there for like a month because I have buddies who live there and kind of live like in that area, and like a couple of them live on the beach, and so I'll go out for like, when I had more free time, I'd go out for like a month at a time or like 3 weeks and stay there, and you know, it's pretty much just surf everything a bunch, you know. So
do
Small
your
days,
parents
big
let you
days.
take off a month and go do it?
nowadays,
Yeah.
hell no.
No.
There's no
they're like,
way.
They're like, nope. Sorry, Johnny.
chance. Yeah.
You are officially committed.
Yeah, you are a sales rep,
Your
John.
ass is ours.
Yeah, exactly, and they love it.
You know, that was a tough transition for me, going from being this free loving, just surf whenever and go do whatever whenever, and then, you know, the reality of
Yeah,
the career that's waiting for you, whether you like it or not. Here it comes, boom, like
Yeah.
a freight train hits you in the head.
I embrace it though. You know,
That's
that's all you
good.
can do. You got to know where you're at all the way through life. You know what I mean? You can't always act like you're something else. So I just embrace it, accept it. and-
Wait, I can't.
I touched a soft spot there.
No, I'm an eternal dreamer.
Yeah,
I mean, look at me. I'm out here doing this, you know,
Yeah.
dreaming about making this shit happen.
it's awesome, and it will. If you
Yeah.
keep it going, it does.
See, Johnny said so, Jorge.
Yeah,
Therefore, it's
I
going to
hope-
happen.
I mean, I
There you go.
believe in it too.
All right.
yeah.
Hey, you know what? We got some. Hey, can you put one of those stickers up?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Here, let's see. Put it all the way like in, and let's see if somebody
Like-
watching this can scan it and make it work. Wait, flip it. Yeah. Okay. So there's our new little sticker, and it's
You guys can
If
see
you
that.
scan it, you'll see a video of Johnny surfing.
they're magically gonna find their way around.
Yeah, super sick.
It's just magic. It's a magic trick.
Steve Jobs magic.
Totally.
QR code stuff.
That's right. What you got, Jorge?
Oh, so when you see young guys like Johnny surfing, and you look at the stuff that they do out in the water. Do you think, is it different from what you were doing back in your days? Like, is the sport evolving, or like?
Yes.
Just curious, because I'm not part of that world, so.
Absolutely. So, there's been lots of surf videos over the years that kind of show the evolution of surfing. And when I grew up surfing, like doing a killer off the lip, which is like going up and hitting it and then back down, and big bottom turns and cutbacks and all these like, carving maneuvers were like it. And somebody doing an air was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Somebody did an air. Oh, my God. Like guys like Martin Potter and Shane Horan and all these older cats and Mark Accalupo. But as it started to evolve, a new generation came up and just fucking started blasting big airs. And now his generation, they're doing like fucking like Tony Hawk shit on waves. Just like like no-handed 360s in the air and freaking no-handed flips. And tell me the names of some of these sick aerial maneuvers you're doing.
I personally am not doing what some of the guys on tour do. They're doing like these huge stale fish airs and like these big indies and methods.
Methods. And those are actually skateboarding terms.
Yeah,
those came from skateboarding.
Yeah. It's just a different form of grabbing. Yeah. Grabbing the board on different spots. And and then they throw
slab air or
slobs.
Somebody's doing a handstand on the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like a hand plant?
Yeah.
Has anybody done a hand plant yet on a wave?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so in the old days, like in a ramp, like you'd come up to the vert and you would plant your hand and then grab your board and your legs and you're extended and you're I don't know if I can show this.
Do it or grab your board.
Yeah.
Even did that too.
I'll leave that to the young and restless.
Yeah, that one's tough with the wave being water, but yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, but I was watching some of these guys when I said I was down there at Trestles recently. I was watching some of these guys, and some of these guys, it's like they just defy gravity. Like they blast this big air. It's a 360, no-handed. They land, and it's almost like they're just landing on their bed and casually getting back up again. I'm like, how the fuck are they doing that? I don't get it.
I think that too.
It's like otherworldly almost, It's almost like these kids that are they're super athletes, They just have this amazing balance and this amazing ability to learn their axioms in their brain form in such a way that they can immediately compound on their experiences and just accelerate themselves so fast. It's like they're thoroughbreds. That's right, they're thoroughbreds. That's what it is.
So where do you think the sport will go in like 20, 30 years? First Eric, then Johnny.
Okay, where's the sport gonna go? Down the rabbit hole.
You think people still, come up with, I don't know, what?
Like how much further can it be pushed? Yeah.
That's actually a good question. That's a really, because I think the biggest waves on Earth have already been found. And granted, there's like these open ocean, like giant swells that come through and create like this wind swell, but it's not like actual waves that come in on like the continental shelf and touch it and then crest, and break.
Yeah.
I don't really, there's not much more.
Okay, so he's actually breaking it into a couple parts here, because you have the big wave chasers that are looking for the biggest wave.
Yep.
And then you've got the high performance.
And we've seen wave pools now, and the wave pools.
Yeah.
Kelly's is, undoubtedly really sick.
Yeah, Sonny Sethi, who's in the Fathom Mirrors, actually was at the wave pool a few weeks ago and sent me some video of him and his kids.
Wow.
Lucky fuckers.
I am jealous.
Totally. So it's broken into those two kind of categories. Just like there's the high performance thing, and then there's the big wave chase.
And then there's like the wander. There's that market of like, like Rip Curl does the search.
The Rob Machado.
Yeah, exactly. Like the free spirit. Yep. I'm going on like out on off the grid to go find waves and stuff. And it's kind of, it's with all of Instagram and YouTube and all of social media, it pushes guys to get out and actually experiment with those. And now that we've experimented so long, it's like, what really is left? Everyone's done Africa, everyone's done Asia, we've done Indonesia's all been explored. It's you might find a new wave, but it's not going to be, I don't think it'll be like so crazy.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you found a little gem, but the continent was kind of already.
Yeah, I mean,
Somebody put a stake in it, so to speak.
Yeah, they've sent pros out there. There's video parts on it. They've kind of beaten it.
Okay, there was. I'm sorry.
So
Go
do you
ahead.
Not
think
to be
there's going to
negative.
be a dip in like, attraction for the sport, or?
You want to?
You know what I think? Okay, because I grew up in it also as well, and I probably have a couple decades on you on it, but I think you would agree with me, and tell me if you think I'm wrong.
Okay.
Of the two avenues that we just talked about, the high performance is kind of reaching its peak.
Yeah.
There's only so many things you can physically pull off, and you know what I compare it to is snowboarding.
Yeah.
Snowboarding,
Ankles, knees,
has
injuries.
Not just the injuries, but the actual tricks that they perform.
Yeah.
It's reached almost you have to do this trick, you have to do that trick, you have to do that trick, and they're all like ridiculous tricks.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
But to get to that next level, someone has to take one of those already at the top level tricks and just slightly tweak it.
Yeah.
But there's already an expectation. It's like, okay, he has to pull off 5 of these 6 maneuvers, and it's like it's hit this. I mean, how much further can it go?
Like a ceiling, you know what I mean? It's like,
yes,
how much
ceiling.
more can
Thank you.
Yeah, how much more? When I think of it, like let's use John Florence for example. Do you know who John Florence is? One of the best surfers in the world right now. He
2 times champ.
Yeah, exactly, out of Hawaii, and he's consistently on injury. You know what I mean? And it's from those giant airs and these, these huge maneuvers. And I'm thinking, how are you going to keep progressing the sport to go bigger and bigger when physically your body, biologically are not built to be constantly compressing down all the time. So it's like, how much bigger can you get,
Not unless you want to be like Evel Knievel and just be constantly like broken every bone.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So, I mean, in terms of, like you said, with snowboarding and stuff, it's like, how the heck do you keep twisting it and improving it?
I'll tell you what. There of the two, that's the one, that's a competitive one. And then on the big wave charging or finding new spots, yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I think Nazarene in Portugal is about it, right?
Yeah. That's, I think,
unless
the biggest
somebody
spot they
finds
found.
something else, I think what's going to happen is it's going to evolve into a creative, artistic expression thing that's going to drive it further. You got these guys that are on these hydrofoils and other stuff. Or I don't know if you saw that video, but there's these guys that went up to Greenland or Iceland or wherever it is, and they put lights on the bottom of their boards, and they were like surfing these. Oh, dude, there was this video that was insane.
Timmy Reyes was in that, and the photographer's name, he's up in San Luis Obispo. I know who you're talking about. They surf under like the northern lights, and it's like
they surf
point breaks
under the northern lights, and they've got
Chris
lights on the
Burkhardt.
bottom of their board, and it's illuminating the wave, and you see the northern lights. It's like to me that's like pushing surfing is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Surfing.
Yeah, I never even thought of it like that. Yeah, exactly that. An artistic sort of stylistic approach to it rather than just competitive or progressive maneuvers.
Yeah, heavy
big
competitive,
wave.
trying at a ceiling that's trying to push the ceiling and push the ceiling and push the ceiling.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, that's breaking the boundaries and pushing beyond.
Yeah, I think what'll keep the industry going, Jorge, from what you were saying, is like where do you see like sort of the whole sport and industry going?
Yeah,
is I think as technology gets better, like wetsuits and the surfboard materials they use and stuff like that, that'll keep the average Joe out there just having fun. So the industry will still exist, but in terms of like what's the next level for everyone pushing the sport further, I think like we'd pretty much gone over. Big waves are kind of already discovered. Progressive surfing is kind of just met its ceiling. So yeah, I think what keeps it going though is the average Joe's just enjoys going down to the beach on the weekends and getting wet and having better material, rubber and surfboard and stuff like that. That's what will keep it growing.
Let's talk about your spearfishing.
Okay.
Where are you going with that one? Just for fun?
Just for fun, yeah.
Just for fun? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you going to join the Fathomeers? Thinking about it?
Going to join the Neptunes.
Maybe.
No, I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
The Long Beach Neptunes. Well, if you want to join, we'll be happy to have you. But anyways, there's that sport right there. There's another one that's kind of getting congested.
I'd love to get into this, please. Kickstart anything.
It's getting congested out there.
Yes.
Very congested.
And you know what? Let me jump in real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm kind of that generation where I got into it when it was starting to get pretty congested. So I can't really say that I'm helping it at all, but I to agree with you, yeah. It's definitely getting congested.
You have to get further out.
Yeah.
You know, now guys are going out to Clemente and Santa Barbara Island regularly, and now you even have guys going to Cortez regularly, making the trip, spending the money. It's I think Southern California has reached oversaturation with guys in the water, chasing fish down. You have to like really look hard to get the same volume that you used to get 15 years ago.
Yeah, it's almost like Mexico or Baja's like the new old California, if you know what I mean.
Pretty
like
much.
the untouched California. So you really gotta drive that 8 to 16 hour trip down into Mexico just to find like what guys saw 50 years ago in their backyard. So
Totally.
it's kind of a bummer.
Have you spent some time down there spearfishing at all?
I've dove in Mexico and like on the East Cape of Baja, but
Shipwrecks?
never shipwrecks, just like high spots and reefs and stuff like that. But haven't had much luck down there. You know, wahoo diving, didn't even see one. We dove like pretty hard for like 3 days down there, and then spent some time on the reefs and stuff, and wasn't exactly. And I would obviously take into account I'm not the best, so I wouldn't blame the fishery on my skills. I
Sure.
I could definitely dive deeper and longer, but yeah.
Right place, right time.
Yeah, and moon
Conditions
cycles
align.
and tides and currents and swell and all that. It's just that's diving.
You know what, man? One thing I've learned over the years is those are just elements of advantage when you really think about it. Moon phase and tides and all that stuff. Those are okay. There's likely an alignment. It's predictable, but it's not 100% guaranteed.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that one right there. Yeah,
You're welcome.
Yeah, you don't have to watch the moons and the tides to guarantee a score. It doesn't work like that.
No, sometimes you just get in the right place at the right time, and I can attest to that. I've had that happen to me so many times I can't even tell you over my career. I mean, not as many times as I would have liked to have happened, but it does happen. It just defies everything. I mean, why are these fish here? Why is there so many of them? This doesn't make sense. The tide's not right. It's not the right moon cycle. The water temperature's off. What the hell's going on? There's 300 yellowtail schooling underneath me in a big vortex. Why are they here? So, I don't know. You never know.
You know what, though? That's what keeps you coming back.
It's
you're hoping to hit the jackpot on, the day that you don't expect anything. It's like, oh, this is heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get this guy in the water for a long time.
Yeah?
He says, I want to do it.
You dive a lot or no?
No, not at all. I've never surfed. I've never done any of that, but I love being out in the ocean. And
you've been surrounded by it, right?
Yeah. And Eric's talked about it a few times, but I mean, this guy's always busy. I think he's just telling me that to feel better. Like, yeah, dude, I'll take you out. And then he just forgets.
If you want it, you got to come get him.
Well, there was one. I mean, I'm available, man. I'm unemployed.
Dude.
It's like everybody else. I got time now. Dude. You say the word.
Okay, so we got to ask you a couple questions that are Mike and the Platter questions. Are you ready? Okay, do you believe in aliens?
Is this for me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Here,
okay, hang on.
Let me help you. Here, hold this.
Okay, let me see it.
Hold this.
Oh, what's happening?
Okay.
Oh, no.
Wait, bring him a little closer. Look in his. There you go. All right.
There you
go. Okay, that's a big part of this show. So, do you think you're part of that? What do you think?
Oh man.
You don't have
no
to
pressure.
say yes. I mean, don't.
You can say you guys are fucking crazy. That's fine.
No,
too.
not at all. No, not a fucking crazy at all. It's just, I don't know. I'm not.
Have you ever seen?
Wait, look
in
into
the
his
water
eyes.
Yeah, let me
look
see.
Look into his eyes. I'm
yeah,
here.
I guess I'd say I would.
Real.
Yeah, I guess I'd say. When you say alien, it's funny. You have like the humanoid shaped alien, and I think aliens can maybe take different forms in the form of like amoebas or cells, or So
energy sources, lights, beams of light, maybe.
I've never gone down that rabbit hole. Actually, I've never considered it, so I can't really speak for it. But I could believe that there's forms of life somewhere, whether they're intelligent or I shouldn't say intelligent, whether they're like us or not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They could be single-celled organisms.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean,
exactly. Microscopic.
Who do you think built the pyramids?
Ooh, that's that symmetry question of how the hell did they get all that perfectly aligned and it like aligns with.
I just had that question with my son. I'm like, okay, we were talking about it. I'm like, those blocks weigh 100 tons. He's like, you're full of shit, Dad. I'm like, no, dude, really? And I looked it up. I'm sorry, they're 2.5 tons.
But still, that's
metric tons.
5,000 pounds. It's like
okay. But here's the thing: it was 2,300,000 blocks were made. 2,300,000 blocks
total for all three
to make all those pyramids.
Wow.
2,300,000. Digest that number for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, and the guys and the current theory. I mean, there might be newer theories now, but the current theory is that it was all chiseled with copper chisels.
Okay.
Copper.
Not
The
diamond?
theory,
Not diamond.
diamonds?
I would think like
A diamond chisel.
diamond
Yeah.
chisel.
Sorry, that went
Copper
past me.
chisels.
I had heard that they used slave labor and they lathed out like logs. I'm not sure how they lathed it out. However, they would by hand, I'm sure. And they'd roll
them up.
Yeah, they'd roll them up, and then they'd use some sort of gantry crane system to kind of leverage with a fulcrum point to kind of set them up. And then they'd obviously move the crane up with them. And
what was that? 10,000 BC. I think they did that movie like 10,000 BC.
I don't know. I never saw
they
it.
actually,
did they put that in the movie?
They actually.
I'm
did
not a
that.
huge movie guy. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, we're movie nerds. But anyways, 10,000 BC. They showed that at like towards the end, like these people, this tribe has their women and a couple other members kidnapped by these people. They're trying to bring it to the
Egypt.
yeah, and they show exactly what you're talking about, like all these little things and elephants moving them up, mammoths. They had mammoths and all this shit.
If you think about it, these civilizations, they were here a long time ago, and they had the time to build something like that. And it takes us, we've only been around, our reality, to build our skyscrapers. It takes how long?
They even said that the
So,
pyramids,
I'm saying is
10, 15 years for the
10, 15
skyscrapers.
years. So
Yeah.
maybe for them,
start to
it's like
finish.
they were like, oh, we got to finish this in 50 years or 100 years. No matter how long it took them, eventually they were done and their civilization was still thriving, but then it tanked and whatever happened, but they had
so
the
once
time.
upon a time they had a bunch of
just a
people
bunch of
around.
slaves just like, oh, you got to work 12, 15 hours a day, get this shit done or else.
Yeah.
And then
I heard
20
they
years later,
discovered that there was actually some camps off to the side where paid labor came to help build it. It wasn't all just slaves.
Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
I mean,
Like an indentured servant or something.
get a bunch of people together. I mean,
Do you know what I'm getting at?
let's just
that's great.
let's just get some peyotes. Get real deep in the conversation.
Right. Let's fantasize. Do you ever watch Ancient Aliens?
No.
Okay, there's a great
I do not.
series on it was on History Channel and then History Channel 2 on Netflix called Ancient Aliens, and they like kind of hypothesized that maybe there was like some extraterrestrial involvement in some of these things like Stonehenge and pyramids and all that other stuff where no one really has a good explanation to how they got there.
I've got a large problem with believing anything that's on TV or that comes from Hollywood or has touched any sort of Hollywood fingers, though.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm the same
Or
way.
almost the school system now, too, with what's in the history books. I sometimes have a hard
my
time
God.
believing what...
Yeah, because, dude, when you really look into it, history books are rewritten all the time. You just don't know what the truth is.
It's cool that you bring that up because I invited somebody to come speak, and I don't know if he got my email or not, but his name is Jared Diamond, and he wrote a book called Guns, Germans, and Steel, and he's a very educated professor. He's at UCLA, and this book basically talks about the history of the evolution of civilizations, how he thinks it really went down, and very interesting. It's somebody writes history the way that they want the narrative to go. It's not always based on all of the facts.
Exactly.
Well, it's like the show Rick and Morty. You ever watch that? They say the memories are just an illusion of what we think they are. It's a network of thoughts and just it doesn't even exist. It only exists on how we remember it because that's the way we've been told. But You know, and if we keep believing that that's how it went down, that's how it will be.
Should I take the red pill or the blue pill?
I don't know. You can take the purple pill.
Okay, is that like a
half and
combination of the
half.
two? All right, that'll work. Cool. Yeah. No, so that's why I bring all that stuff up. That's why I was asking about all that, because one of the things we talk about a lot in here is how we think that the history we are being taught is not necessarily the actual history.
Yeah. Democratic agenda. What? School union's full of crap. What? Please don't put that in.
Yeah, anybody who's getting a pension and a free ride.
Well, seriously. Seriously. Why is it that the USPS can't perform when they have all this government grant funding, yet UPS and FedEx have natural competition and work just fine and don't have pensions and nobody's bitching over there?
I'll tell you what, man. It's
that was kind of off on a tangent, but
no, dude. No,
Yeah.
everything's legit here. You know, we have the temptation of getting a government job and getting a pension and retiring and all that.
Of course,
but look what it's breeding. It's breeding complacency and freaking deception.
Yeah. No, you know what it breeds? This sense of entitlement.
Oh,
a complete
good
sense
word.
of entitlement.
That is the word.
Yeah, it's I deserve this, you owe me. But that's not the way America was founded on. No, it's hard work hard.
Work hard. Body in motion stays in motion.
Yep.
There's a logic to that.
I think work's good for people.
Absolutely.
Keeps them accountable, keeps them in a set
sense of
on
purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you said you're 25?
I'm 25 years old.
Dude,
yeah.
that is so refreshing to hear that from your generation. I got to tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah, he thinks I'm an idiot. So
Well, you are an idiot, so, there you go. Not really, Jorge. I think you're beautiful and brilliant.
We love you, Jorge.
Thank you.
Even though I just met
many
you.
wonderful things. Well, dude, listen. Thanks for entertaining my psychobabble and cuckoo alienist stuff.
No, thank you for having me.
And thanks for all the answering all our questions and wanting to kind of share what you're about with everybody.
Of course.
And we're gonna show tons of cool videos.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing the final product.
Yeah, man. And Jorge is probably gonna put a big fucking eggplant in my face in the video. or make boogers come out of my nose or something.
Eric gets offended.
No, I don't get offended. I think it's funny.
That millennial humor.
No, well, you know what? Millennial humor is a little strange, but that's okay. I'm warming up to it. Like the whole
You gotta go with the
guacamole
flow,
thing. The whole guacamole thing. Did you see that?
What's that?
Guacamole with a Glock in it.
I haven't seen
like
it.
a pistol.
Is it just like a meme or something?
Yeah. It was
Oh,
just
okay.
a stupid meme.
How popular did it get?
Not very popular. I just saw it randomly and I sent it to you because I'm like,
Oh, so see, this is more about your humor than actual like millennial
No.
humor.
I mean, it was. It just because something wasn't trending doesn't mean it's just something I saw and I sent it to you because
Beautiful,
why
awesome,
not?
dude. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you,
appreciate
man.
it. Yeah, super fun.
Cool, man. So hey, we have to say something about Mike on a Platter.
What's that?
We're everywhere now, right? Everywhere and nowhere?
Yes.
Where are we now?
Spotify, TuneIn, Pandora, iTunes, iHeart,
Step up to the plate.
Pornhub,
Pornhub. Nice. I was waiting for that.
everywhere. As far as audio goes, video just YouTube only for now.
YouTube, yeah.
I mean, until we get a real following and people really want to see us get down and gritty, then maybe a Patreon. We hear us talk
yeah.
shit.
Is that like
and
Pornhub,
avoid
but
being
all audio?
blacklisted. Huh?
Is that like Pornhub, but all audio?
Patreon?
Yeah.
Well, no, Patreon is just a service that people pay a subscription fee, and you don't have to worry about backlash or being blacklisted on YouTube. You can literally people pay for your content,
Yeah.
so there's no way for
Straight
you
up.
to be red flagged or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Then you get compensated for it because
Exactly.
you get paid.
Yeah, and
Oh, I'm gonna let it
and you can
let
charge
it
us-
rip.
yeah, you can charge as low as like $1 a month, sometimes even $5.
Sweet. All right, you
Yeah.
guys. Thanks for
That's the
tuning
goal.
in.
Later, guys.
Later.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thank you, guys.
All right.